Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.
And America's criminal botch-up in Afghanistan is receiving condemnation from all quarters, even from its closest ally, the United Kingdom. For quite some time now, Britain has been blaming the US for letting Afghanistan slip into chaos. Now, America has fired the first shots. The tensions have reached a tipping point, courtesy the Kabul airport bombing. On the 27th of August, the ISIS Khorasan carried out a suicide blast at the Kabul airport. 13 American service members were killed. The US is blaming Britain for creating an environment that led to this attack. Some Pentagon documents have been leaked. They suggest that the US had kept Kabul airport's Abbey Gate open so that Britain's evacuation efforts could continue, and this is what the State Department documents say. Britain's evacuation efforts could continue despite knowing there was a high risk of attack. They further state that Abbey Gate was not closed on schedule as British forces accelerated their withdrawal from the Baron Hotel. In simple words, what the Pentagon has tried to suggest is that America wanted to shut the gates. It knew that something was about to happen, but Britain apparently delayed its withdrawal, so the attack took place and Americans got killed. The United States is indirectly blaming its failure in preventing the attack on the United Kingdom. And the world thought these two countries were best friends. Britain is mighty upset. It says the US is trying to shift the blame. British parliamentarians are lashing out at Washington. Conservative MP Tobias Ellwood, who is the chair of the UK's Defence Select Committee, has said, and I'm quoting, "It does not add up. If the US was anticipating a mass casualty event, why did they still continue processing themselves? There is an underlying current of blame which is unhelpful." Another Conservative leader, Ian Duncan Smith, has said, "It's a domestic issue. It's all about Biden's complete collapse in the run-up to the midterms." Then we have the British Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab. He said, and I'm quoting again, "We got our civilian staff out of the processing center by Abbey Gate, but it's just not true to suggest that other than securing our civilian staff inside the airport, that we were pushing to leave the gate open." In other words, Britain did not ask Washington to keep the gates open. That's what London says. Even the Prime Minister of Britain has lashed out. Boris Johnson has said, and let me quote again, "It is simply not true to suggest we push to keep the gates open." The UK is not holding back. It does not wish to remain silent because the US allegations are rather serious. If Washington knew that there could be a mass casualty event, if they knew where exactly that event would occur, why then did they not act? And as far as blaming Britain is concerned, wasn't it Joe Biden who said the buck stops with him and that America would not blame its failures on others? The buck passing clearly has not stopped. What's worse, the US is blaming its failure on an ally, its staunchest, longest, most trusted ally. For decades, the US and the UK have fought side by side. Be it Eastern Europe, West Asia, Africa, virtually everywhere Americans were deployed, so were the Brits. Together they freed West Berlin. They forged the NATO, fought in Korea, toppled Saddam Hussein, disarmed Iraq. But they failed to stop the Taliban in Afghanistan. And now they're fighting each other, squabbling in front of the world. And we can say this with confidence. This transatlantic blame game is not ending anytime soon. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.